Hello ladies, I'm making this video today for you. It's a bonus video. It's called How to Make Your Life Interesting, and I'm making it from this beautiful park that I love so much and going here almost every day because it's so close to my house where I'm living now. And ladies, the topic of how to make your life interesting is actually very interesting. And I'm going to tell you my little story. You know, when I was growing up, my life was pretty boring. I lived in a very small town, and then I graduated from school and I got enrolled in a university and moved out of this small town. And still not much changed because I still was kind of in this mindset where I was going to university, going to the place where I was living, and kind of was busy with doing my homework, things like this. Not much going on, you see, back then. And then it happened that I really liked one guy in university. He was older than me and he was just all that. You know, so he was super interesting person, don't know how to say. He traveled around. He was exchange student in many other countries. He was like leader for different youth organizations. He was doing a lot of social work, like everybody knew him. He was having lots of friends, and I just thought that, wow, this is so amazing, and I really like this guy. I want to talk to him. Like this is something so interesting in him. And I remember once I had lunch with him in this college cafeteria, and it was so long ago, I don't remember. I wasn't good back then in relationships or anything like this. So I told him straightforward that I liked him. And what he told me, he said, yeah, you are cute. Yeah, I asked if he likes me or something like that. So he said that, oh, you're cute, but you know what? It's just not that interesting. Not interesting. Uh, he said it in a nice way, but the idea was that that I'm not interested. And this just hit me because I realized that it was true. And it's not he was telling me these things. It's me got reflected in him. Like this was actually was the answer for me that may be coming through the universe, but it came through him. I realized that my life is simply boring, like there is nothing going on. Like I am not a luring person who has lots and lots to talk about amazing experiences. I really had nothing to talk about except for what I was studying in the university, which was, you know, world economics, and it was not. It was only the subject that I could talk with a limited amount of people who was in my class, I guess. But anyway, that was that turning point in my life when I realized that it's important to have that interesting life, and not for somebody, not be interesting for the guys, which guys are very interested in us when we have interest in life and everybody around, but also to be interested in yourself, by yourself. Like in order to be interested, you need to have interest in life, so that you are is interesting to yourself, so that you don't get bored with yourself. You need to be interested with yourself. And that started to, after I realized that I decided just, well, I just try. I'll just try to be interested and see what's happened. And ladies, my whole life changed. You see what happened. Amazing things happen. So first, and I'm gonna tell you my experience, how that was all going on in my life, and you can make notes as well if you find that you can apply something. So first, I started to travel. And the thing with travel, ladies, travel is so important. And I'm sure you heard that, but I want you to understand that travel is not something you do for the vacation or because like everybody does it or it's cool to go somewhere. What traveling does, it puts you out of your comfort zone. It tremendously expand your mindset, expanding what you know about the world. You see the other ways of doing, you see the other people, other cultures. You get so much new information, you get the inspiration, and you completely changed after each of your travel. And first, you feel like, oh, it can be scary, like because you will be out of your comfort zone, and you will get to know yourself better, how you act if something like this, how you act if something like this. You like growing up and at the same time experiencing the world, because it is so unfair if you just put yourself in a little town and don't allow yourself to experience all that world has to offer. I've been in a lot of countries in Asia, I've been in Europe, in Arabian countries, in lots of places. And if you start traveling, you will never ever be bored with your life, because there is so much things you will gonna see in your life. And how I started to travel. Yes, first I was afraid to travel by myself, so I traveled with a group of people. When I was a student, I had the group of students and I signed up and travel with them. And then when I already got comfortable to be abroad by myself, I started to travel solo. Okay, and right now you can find so many women who travel solo. You can even find a lot of blogs about solo traveling and get to know more about this. I'm not travel solo anymore. I used to, because now I'm married, so even if I wish I could, but I prefer to travel with my husband. So anyway, I started to travel solo. And if you think that you're scared of traveling solo, again, there are so many people who are doing it. Get to read their blogs. And when I travel solo, I meet so many different people everywhere. It's just you just open up differently to the world when you are put out of your comfort zone. The magical things happen. You know, I was going on a dates when I was traveling. I was eating amazing in amazing restaurants, and it's just so much, ladies. Traveling, it's huge. And if you cannot afford it right now, just remember we have the whole module about setting goals, dreams. Set the goal and take steps. You will achieve it. There is no other way. That system there works. If you've set the goal to travel to Paris, get to know how much it costs, how much the ticket costs, how much is the hotel, where is the hotel located, what is the best time of the year to buy the tickets, like sometimes it's sales for the tickets. Come on, ladies, you need to plan traveling in your life. Another thing, if you can't travel abroad right now, start doing something locally, like going even in your local areas. Like, you know, during pandemic, I have been everywhere in my local. I was in Virginia, and in Virginia I found so much to do. Like was every weekend was going somewhere locally. Like it's so much to do. Get the tour guide for your city and your local areas, or even if you live in the small town, there is every, like, the world is so abundant with the beautiful places wherever. What doesn't matter where you are. Watch videos on YouTube, like 10 things to do here and here, like 10 things to do in Virginia. I don't know where you live. And you will be amazed how much things are out there. So yes, find the guides for the tourists. Like, think like you're a tourist in your local area. That was how it was with me, because I lived in different countries, and I lived in different cities and different states, and I always had that mentality, like, I am a tourist and I want to find out what's interesting about this place. So I will go on YouTube and find interesting things. I put it in my list. Then I find that tour guides, like this kind of magazines, right? I will cross what I want to see over there. Then I will make the full list. And when the weekend comes in, I will see with my husband, oh, what we want to do this weekend. Okay, this sounds like fun. Okay, let's do this one. Then we will go and do this. Let's say going to the zoo or going to the Artec house in DC, going to aquarium, so to the gardens, like to see the bonsai trees, to arboretum, to the aquatic garden with the lilies, to see flamingos, to go to Cirque du Soleil, to oh my God, this is so much things. I can't even tell how many things we did, just because I had this list. First, I put some work, like I will create the list, and then when the weekend is coming, I just take something from this list and we are doing it. And this is so great.